Knock, knock.
Who's there?
No bill.
No bill. Who?
You don't have a bill, so I figured I'd knock. Let's start over. Hey, I'm Yas.
I'm Dom.
And today we are doing this review for Wendell and Wild. Yep.
It's a Netflix movie that was written, it was co-written and co-produced by Jordan Peele, who does, the great horror movies.
Yes, and it reflected as such.
Yeah.
It gave Jordan Peele.
It definitely did. Because it's the first reunion of Key and Peele. Key and Peele played demons, Wendell and Wild. And they're not necessarily haunting this child, but they're like attached to this child who's gone through some things. And now she's got to deal with demons.
Yeah, and it's real good. The trailer made me think it was going to be for like kids, like kids, like single digits. And I was watching it, I was like, no. But,
maybe 8, 9.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, unless you got kids that were kind of like me, because even as a toddler, I love horror movies.
Yeah, and that was a failure of parenting on your parents' part.
I begged for it, and I liked it. It's a great... I really liked the animation.
Yeah, I love the stop motion animation.
Yeah, it was really good.
I think it was a nice depiction of a family and I try not to judge movies based on, oh, this is a black movie, so I got to judge it like a black movie. But I can't help but notice and appreciate the fact that this was a little black girl who came from a very good family that wasn't like a stereotypical black family. Yeah. It was just a regular black family, and the parents were very nice, and the whole family dynamic was very good and wholesome. And I've always said I think we need more of those movies where there's black characters in the movie, but they're not dealing with like an overtly black issue. They're just a family in America living.
Yeah.
And I like that. And this movie had that, and then things went awry, and she had to deal with some stuff. And it was just a very good kind of, I hesitate to say wholesome movie, because there were demons and torture and death and resurrection and hell in this movie. So wholesome doesn't seem like the appropriate word, but the themes that they talked about were wholesome. And if it was just a little too graphic, but I feel like for like a 10-year-old, this would be a good movie to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I did like, I love the story, and I guess I would, because I can't say spoilers.
Right.
So I guess that's what tripped me up. Because I did love the movie. It passed the cry test. I cried at the end. I was so invested with this little girl and her struggles and making sure like everything was okay. I was only caught off guard because I definitely assumed this was going to be like a child's movie. Like I definitely thought some of the stuff, so I was like, oh shit, like what? But okay, I still love the movie though, don't get me wrong.
And this movie made me appreciate what my parents did. Because as a kid, my parents would watch stuff before they let me watch it. Instead of just assuming, oh, that look like it's for kids, and let me watch it. Because this is something that in my head, I'd be like, oh yeah, she can watch that. And then while we're watching, I'm like, oh wait.
Yeah. No, I see that. Yeah, I would not let my baby watch this.
No, so
for real.
But on its own merits, was a very, very good movie. And I think it's a good Halloween movie. Like,
it is.
I think it's a movie we can watch, like, put in a rotation every year.
Yeah, me too. But and you know what? As we say that out loud, I'm not sure this movie is worse than Paranorman.
No, you mean worse as far as like scariness and stuff. Oh yeah. No. I don't think so. I don't think this is as bad as like Frankenweenie, and that maybe like, because Coraline is probably the top.
I don't think Coraline was supposed to be for kids, though.
No, me neither.
I don't think that was ever the intent.
But as far as like creepiness and scariness, I think Coraline is probably the top. And then I think this falls like under it somewhere.
Okay.
Because Nightmare Before Elm Street was just graphically, like the character designs were a little creepy. But the actual movie wasn't creepy.
Nightmare Before Elm Street?
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh.
And,
I was like, no, Freddy is not for the kids.
Not for the kids. He actually loves the kids.
Stop it. gonna push pause right there, okay? We're gonna push pause right there.
Fred love the kids.
But yes, I still think it's a good family movie. It's only probably like 2 parts where you might have to like
The opening part. Like, well, not so like you had the opening little intro, and then you had the next part where we meet Wendell and Wild, and that whole sequence was a lot for a kid.
I think you're right.
Like, they were in hell.
No,
like,
they were definitely in
They
hell.
were in hell. Like, they call it something else. They were in hell and going through the things you go through in hell. And I was like, oh my goodness.
It's just it's just like the exclamation you put on the L's of hell for me. You know, like, they're in hell.
Yeah, because they are. They are in hell.
Oh
They're
my
in hell.
Yeah.
H-E double hockey sticks.
Period.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, you're right. Never mind. It might be right under Coraline. It might be above Coraline.
It might be.
It might be above Coraline.
Because Coraline, if memory
Coraline
serves,
was creepy.
it was creepy. Like the button eyes and stuff like
But
that.
they was like ripping thread out of people's torsos.
That's true.
It was kind of some torturous stuff, but I still think this, actually, as I think about it, this might be above
the amount
Coraline.
of torture, the amount of murder in this movie.
That too. Baby, it might not be for y'all
so much murder.
kids.
It's so much.
It might not be for the kids.
It's so much murder.
Blood too, actually.
Yeah, a minute amount of blood. Just a little.
But I think it was enough. Cause and I can't.
But that brings me to the there's a nun character who's voiced by Angela Bassett, who is my favorite character. Like, the main character, Kat, was a great character, and I love her. But then the nun character, Angela Bassett's character, I absolutely loved her. We could do a spinoff of just her, because we find out she has like a whole backstory.
Yeah, and you're right.
That I could watch a little prequel or whatever, seeing how her story.
Her and the dude with the no feet.
Yeah. Yes. Her and Wheelchair Joe.
Oh, that was his name?
No, it wasn't. But he was in a wheelchair. I don't remember his name.
We just gonna say everybody in a wheelchair named Joe because of Family Guy. That's not right. You can't do that.
Yeah. But I will.
Insensitive. He's learning. Y'all don't cancel my husband.
Just pause it. Don't cancel it. So no, Wendell and Wild, did you watch it? Let us know what you thought. And are we tripping? Are you letting your 2-3-year-old watch this movie? Because maybe we just prude parents.
You know what? That could be a thing. Especially
her.
No, not especially me. Because you asked me 3 times. I'd be like, you sure? Okay, come on. Yeah, y'all have a great day. And you can know when to cut. Because my whole brain fart.
Is that what that was? I appreciate that. I'm definitely leaving that in.
No, please don't. Please don't.